Hey there, and welcome to the Speak English podcast. I'm David, and I'm really excited you're here. Let me ask you something. Have you ever wanted to speak English fluently, but you felt stuck because there's no one around to practice with? And I'm Sarah. That's such a common problem. But here's the good news. You don't actually need someone else to start speaking English. In today's episode, we'll show you exactly how to speak English alone and make real progress. This podcast is all about helping you improve your English through simple, practical, and fun strategies. So, if you're ready to speak more confidently, even when you're by yourself, stick with us. We'll break it down step by step, show you how to do it, and even give you a challenge at the end. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any new episodes. Let's get started with today's topic. How to speak English alone. How to speak English alone. When we talk about speaking English alone, we're not talking about just thinking in English. We mean actually using your voice out loud, even if no one is around. It's about training your mouth, your brain, and your confidence to work together through consistent speaking. A lot of learners wait for a speaking partner, thinking they can practice without one. But the truth is, speaking English alone is a powerful technique that puts you in control of your learning process and lets you build fluency anytime, anywhere. This method involves speaking about everyday things, using simple sentences, describing actions you're doing, or talking about your thoughts out loud. You don't need fancy equipment or special apps, just your voice and a willingness to practice. One powerful part of this technique is answering your own questions. For example, you can ask yourself something like, "What are my plans today?" and then respond in detail. This simulates a conversation and helps you get used to expressing ideas naturally. The goal isn't to speak perfectly from the beginning, it's to build a habit. When you speak alone regularly, you get used to forming sentences quickly, thinking in English, and reducing your fear of speaking in real conversations. That's real progress, and don't worry if it feels strange at first. Speaking to yourself in English might feel uncomfortable, but that discomfort means you're pushing your limits and growing. Soon, it will feel completely natural, like brushing your teeth or drinking water. You can even practice by narrating your day. For example, when you're getting dressed or cooking, say what you're doing in English. "I'm making eggs now. I'm adding salt." These simple phrases help you stay connected to the language all day long. Another idea is to pick a topic and talk for 2 or 3 minutes non-stop. It could be your favorite movie, your last weekend, or a goal you're working on. Don't stop to correct yourself, just speak. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. Remember, speaking alone doesn't mean learning alone, it's one tool in your toolbox. Combine it with listening, reading, and writing for full language immersion. But make sure you speak, because that's the skill most learners avoid, and the most important one. Practical demonstration. Now that you know what it is and how it works, let's make it real. In the next part, we're going to give you a practical demonstration so you can see exactly how to speak English alone in your daily life. Stay with us. This part will be fun. Let's imagine you've just woken up. You can start speaking English right away by describing what you're doing. For example, say, "I'm getting out of bed now. I feel a little tired, but I have a lot to do today." These simple sentences get your brain into English mode. Then, as you walk to the kitchen, continue speaking. You could say, "Now I'm making coffee. I like my coffee strong. I usually drink it with milk. This helps me feel more awake and ready to start my day." It's easy and doesn't need any preparation. Just talk. Maybe you're getting ready for work or school. Say something like, "I need to get dressed now. Today, I'm wearing a blue shirt and black pants. I have a meeting this morning, so I want to look professional." You're speaking, thinking, and using English. Let's say you go outside. You can describe what you see. "The weather is nice today. I see some clouds, but the sun is shining. There's a dog walking with its owner. People are drinking coffee at the cafe." You're practicing vocabulary and observation. Later in the day, try reflecting on what you've done. For example, "I finished my work early today. I had 3 meetings, and they went well. I learned something new about project planning. Now, I'm going to relax for a while and maybe watch a movie." You can also practice conversations by pretending you're talking to someone. Ask a question like, "What do you do in your free time?" And then answer it yourself. "I like reading, walking in the park, and listening to music. It helps me relax and feel happy." When you make a mistake while speaking, don't stop or feel bad. Just keep going. For example, if you say, "He go to the store," you can correct yourself by saying, "Wait, he goes to the store." This kind of correction helps you notice and fix errors naturally. Another great practice is storytelling. Try telling a short story about your day, a memory, or even something fictional. For example, once, I traveled to a small town and found a beautiful bookstore. I spent hours there, reading and enjoying the quiet atmosphere. You can also give your opinion on a topic. Say something like, "I think learning English is important because it connects people from different parts of the world. It helps with work, travel, and making new friends. I want to improve more every day." As you can see, there are endless ways to practice speaking English alone. Now that we've shown you how to do it, let's talk about why it's so effective. In the next part, we'll explore the powerful benefits of this method. Let's keep going. Powerful benefits of speaking English alone. One of the biggest benefits of speaking English alone is that you eliminate fear. There's no pressure, no judgment, and no need to impress anyone. You can make mistakes, try new words, and experiment with pronunciation completely freely. That's how real progress starts. Another advantage is flexibility. You don't have to wait for a teacher, a partner, or a perfect moment. You can speak anytime, while cooking, walking, or even brushing your teeth. The more often you speak, the faster your fluency improves, and it fits into your lifestyle. This technique also boosts your confidence in a powerful way. When you practice speaking every day, even alone, your brain gets used to forming sentences quickly. That means when you finally talk to someone, your words come out more naturally and clearly. It's also great for building fluency. Speaking English out loud forces you to organize your thoughts, recall vocabulary, and apply grammar all at once. Doing that regularly helps your brain connect all the language pieces more efficiently and automatically. And let's not forget pronunciation. When you speak to yourself, you start hearing how words sound together. You become more aware of stress, rhythm, and intonation. Over time, your accent improves, and your speech becomes smoother and easier to understand. This kind of practice also builds discipline. Every time you speak English alone, you're showing commitment to your learning. You're proving to yourself that you don't need ideal conditions. You're creating your own success by taking action consistently. Another huge benefit is memory reinforcement. When you say things out loud, you remember them better. Speaking creates a physical connection with the language, helping you internalize vocabulary and structures that you've learned in a more lasting way. It also helps reduce translation time. The more you speak, the more you think in English. You start forming ideas directly in English instead of translating from your native language. That's one of the biggest signs of fluency, and it feels amazing when it happens. This technique gives you total control of your learning speed. You can go slow or fast, repeat words as many times as you want, and choose exactly what to talk about. You're not depending on anyone else. You're the boss of your learning journey. And finally, speaking English alone *** prepares you for real conversations ***. It's like training before the big game. When the moment comes to speak with someone, you're not surprised. You're ready because you've already been practicing every single day. Step-by-step guide to speaking English alone. Let's now explore how you can start using this technique step by step. Step 1 is simple. Choose a moment. Choose a moment in your day and you can speak freely. Maybe right after you wake up or during a walk. Start with easy descriptions. Just say what you're doing, what you see, or how you feel. The goal is to get your mouth moving in English. Step 2. Pick a topic. Pick a topic for the day. It can be something simple like your daily routine, your favorite food, or recent memory. Speak about it for 2 or 3 minutes without stopping. Don't worry about mistakes. Just focus on expressing your ideas out loud. Step 3. Add variety. One day, describe your surroundings. Another day, tell a story. Then, try giving your opinion about something. This helps keep your practice interesting and gives you exposure to different kinds of vocabulary and expressions. Step 4. Use a timer. Set it for 5 minutes and speak non-stop about anything. When the timer ends, take a short break, then do it again. This builds fluency under pressure and helps you get used to thinking and speaking quickly, just like in real conversations. Step 5. Record yourself. It might feel strange, but it's extremely useful. When you listen to your own voice, you'll notice what sounds good and what needs work. You'll hear your progress over time and feel more confident about your pronunciation and rhythm. Step 6. Repeat phrases you like. If you hear a great sentence in a movie, podcast, or book, repeat it several times out loud. Try to say it with the same emotion and rhythm. This helps you develop natural speech patterns and improve your intonation. Step 7. Create a speaking journal. Every day, record a short voice note in English about your day, your goals, or your thoughts. Over time, you'll build a collection of your own English speech, and you'll be amazed at your improvement. Step 8. Review and improve. Choose one of your recordings, listen to it, and try to say the same things again with more accuracy or fluency. It's not about being perfect, it's about growing. Each time you repeat, you're getting closer to natural speech. Step 9. Talk to yourself during simple tasks. Washing dishes, folding clothes, speak. Say what you're doing, what you're thinking, or even plan your next day. These moments are perfect opportunities to train your brain and strengthen your English skills. And step 10. Stay consistent. Even 5 minutes a day can make a huge difference. The key is not perfection, it's repetition. Make speaking English alone a habit, and soon you'll feel more fluent, confident, and ready to use the language in any situation. Common mistakes and how to avoid them. Now, let's talk about some common mistakes and how to avoid them. One common mistake is expecting perfection from the beginning. Many learners stop speaking because they make small grammar or pronunciation mistakes. But mistakes are part of the process. Instead of avoiding them, use them to grow. Practice means progress, not perfection. Another big mistake is staying silent when you can't think of the perfect word. It's better to use a simple word or describe the idea. For example, if you forget refrigerator, you can say the place where I keep food cold. The key is to keep speaking, not freeze up. Many learners repeat the same sentences every day without challenging themselves. While repetition is good, it's also important to push your limits. Try to use new vocabulary, different sentence structures, and express more complex ideas as you grow. A very common trap is translating from your native language. When you do this, you often create unnatural sentences or pause too much. Instead, think directly in English, even if it's simple. Short, natural English is much better than long, translated thoughts. Some people also compare themselves to others. They think, my English isn't as good as theirs, so why bother? But every learner is on a different path. Focus on your journey. Speaking to yourself is your personal training ground. Make it yours and own it. Another mistake is ignoring pronunciation completely. If you're only focused on grammar and vocabulary, your speech may sound flat or hard to understand. Take time to listen to native speakers and mimic their rhythm. Speaking aloud helps refine your sound. A lot of learners rush through speaking practice without listening to themselves. It's important to pause, reflect, and improve. Don't just speak, also listen to how you speak. This awareness makes a huge difference in your fluency and self-correction ability. Skipping daily practice is another error. Speaking once a week won't create fluency. The power is in small, consistent sessions. Just 5 minutes a day builds strong habits and keeps your brain connected to the language, even during busy weeks. Some learners only practice topics they're already comfortable with. This creates a false sense of progress. Instead, step out of your comfort zone. Talk about new subjects, express opinions, describe emotions. This is where true fluency is built. And finally, many people give up too soon. They try for a few days, then stop when it feels hard. But every skill takes time. Speaking English alone works, but only if you stay with it. Your speaking challenge now. Let's give you a fun and simple challenge to help you stay consistent. Here's a challenge for you. For the next 7 days, speak English out loud for at least 5 minutes every single day. Choose any topic, your plans, your thoughts, your routine, and just speak. No editing, no hesitation. Your goal is to speak freely and build confidence. To help you with that, write down 7 topics, one for each day. They can be simple, like my favorite food, or what I did yesterday. Having a plan removes the pressure of thinking about what to say, so you can focus on practicing your speaking. Another variation of the challenge is the mirror talk. Every morning or evening, look in the mirror and talk to yourself in English for 3 to 5 minutes. Describe your day, your feelings, or what you want to achieve. This helps with focus and eye contact. You can also create your own daily English moment. Choose a fixed time each day when you stop and speak English, like right after breakfast or during your walk. Treat it like brushing your teeth. Small, daily, automatic. It becomes a habit before you know it. For extra motivation, keep a voice diary. Use your phone to record your speaking sessions. You don't need to share them, just save them. After a week or a month, listen again and celebrate your progress. You'll be surprised by how much you improve. And if you like games, try this. Each day, choose 5 new words or expressions and use all of them in a short story you invent out loud. It can be silly, serious, or creative. The goal is to push your brain to use English in fun and meaningful ways. You could even take pictures during your day and later describe them out loud in English. What's happening in the photo? What do you see? How does it make you feel? This kind of visual practice strengthens your vocabulary and helps you speak naturally. To stay consistent, create a calendar or checklist. Mark each day you complete your speaking session. When you see the progress visually, it becomes easier to stay motivated. You'll also feel proud of your commitment as the days add up. Don't forget to reward yourself. After 7 days of speaking English alone, treat yourself to something you enjoy. A favorite snack, a walk in the park, or watching a movie in English. Rewards create positive associations with learning and keep you coming back. The most important thing is to just start. No pressure, no excuses. Your voice is your tool, and you can use it every day. So, take this challenge, speak out loud, and feel the change. You're not waiting for fluency, you're building it. Let's wrap things up together. Today, we shared how speaking English alone can truly boost your fluency. We talked about simple techniques, gave real examples, explored the benefits, and helped you avoid common mistakes. And of course, we gave you a challenge to put everything into action. Now, we want to hear from you. Have you ever tried speaking English alone? What helped you? What felt difficult? Share your story in the comments. We read every single one. You never know who might feel inspired by what you've experienced. And if you've made it all the way to this point, that means you're truly committed to improving your English. So here's a little mission. Write the word alone in the comments to let us know you stayed with us until the end. We'll be looking for you there. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. It really helps us reach more people who want to learn English, just like you. And if you found today's episode helpful, share it with a friend who's also on this journey. Remember, you don't need to wait for the perfect moment, the perfect teacher, or the perfect situation. You can start right now, just you and your voice. Speak English alone, and fluency will follow. Thanks for joining us on the Speak English podcast. Keep practicing, keep showing up, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.